And welcome to LeSueur. Bulldogs getting ready to take on the LeSueur or the Fairmont Cardinals. Bulldogs coming in off a 4-3 victory over Dodge County Tuesday night. Bulldogs have been JV has been quite a heater. They've been having a really good year, playing well. Only a handful of losses, for sure double-digit wins. So they are having a good season. Von Bank, Burns, Schaffler, Dreheim, and Tyler Legal back there. Bulldogs dump the puck down in the Fairmont zone, and the Bulldogs immediately force a face-off. Von Bank throws that on net. Puck out to the blue line. Legal gets it down. Schaffler has it. Goes back to Legal. That one knocks him down. He'll drop. That'll lead Fairmont to a 2-on-1 carrying it down here. Centering pass. Deflected by Dreheim. Von Bank tried to get that out to Burns. Caught at the blue line. Fairmont dumps it back in. Now Legal gets it up to Burns. Burns tips it to Schaffler. Schaffler unable to catch that one. Now Legal has it. And he'll carry it down. Legal gets it over to Schaffler. Schaffler fires one right in the belly of the goalie, and he makes the save. Phelps fires that one low. Goalie makes a stick save. Jacob Juarez down below. He's got Justin Pex as his partner. Christian Placido fires a rocket. That one's blocker save. And now Fairmont dumps it down. Juarez to Pexa. Pexa clears out to Placido. Placido now carries it down. Fires that one. That rides up the stick of the defender. Rebound comes right out to Gage. Fairmont, number 40, is there to clear it out. And we'll get an icing call. And that for the Bulldogs is Thiago Hennig. And look at this fine-looking guy. Hey, he's a matching too. Grant line out there. Telejohn and Evenson out there. Bulldogs got 3 full lines plus. Telejohn wraps that around. That'll be picked up back behind the net. Grant tried to center that one. Picked up now by Ethan Legal. Taken off of his stick by Meyer. Meyer drops to Telejohn. Telejohn met at the blue line. Now picked up by Ethan Legal. Poked off of his stick. Evenson comes that down. Bulldogs touch up. Pushed up on the far wall. Pass intercepted by Ethan Legal. Grant will pick it up back behind the net after he throws a hit on 20. Now Ethan has it. Kicks it. Grant gets tied up. Tries to center that over into the circle. And Fairmont clears it out of the zone. 14 tried to dump it down. This pass was intercepted by Telejohn. Right down in the corner. Telejohn battling with 14 down there. Grant comes to support. Telejohn sends it over to Evenson. Evenson to Grant. Grant loses the handle in the neutral zone. Meyer will go off. Grant will go off. Legal will go off. Bulldogs, fresh 3 out front. And now back, Tyler Legal. Over to Evan Schmidt. Good to see Evan out there. Over to Schaffler. Schaffler will carry that through the neutral zone. He'll fire. That goes off the post. Or maybe it's the shaft of the stick. Schaffler fires that one high. Kept in the zone by Schmidt. Burns tried to get that back to Schmidt. Bouncing puck. Couldn't get any steam on it. Out in the neutral zone. Schaffler now has it. Works his way through the slot. Fires. And that one goes high. Bulldogs with 7 quick shots on net. Burns comes away with it. Loses it. Now comes away with it. Oh, and it's poked off his check by 16. Burns gets it over to Schaffler. Schaffler returns it to Burns, but he wasn't going towards the net. Now picked up by Von Bank. Von Bank unable to hold the blue line. He'll dump it in. Bulldogs will touch up. That one rides up Von Bank's shin pads. Gets it over to Burns. Oh, just outside of his reach. Schaffler will wrap it around on the near side. Von Bank will let Legal pick it up. Legal walks it down. He'll fire out front. Von Bank to Burns. Burns back down to Von Bank on the half wall. Back to Legal. Burns clears out of his way. And pushed back out in the neutral zone. Legal to Schmidt. Schmidt will carry that down. Now picked up by Gage Schmidt. He'll carry it down. He'll go by himself. Placido follows. Now rebound. Goes to the left of the goalie. Picked up by Phelps in the top of the circle. Over to Pexa. Pexa drops down in the circle, shoots, and the goalie makes a glove save. .37 left here in period one. Shots 10-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. Pexa. Down to Phelps. Phelps centers it into the circle. Comes away with it. Try to get that back to Pexa. Now Placido will have it. He'll fire a low shot. Bulldogs are going to have some rebounds out there if they can get in front of that net. They'll be able to pounce them in. Draheim dumps it in. Gage is down there. Push back out to the point. Draheim walked the blue line. He'll fire. Blocker save. Rebound out front. Push just to the right of the goalie. And back out to Fairmont. Carried out to the neutral zone. Draheim patiently pokes it off at his stick. Now he'll carry it down on the right-hand side of the goalie. That fired off the defender's stick. Push back around. Gage out to Pexa. Pexa down to Placido. Placido loses it. Picked up by Fairmont. They'll carry it out now into the neutral zone. 20. Wraps that one all the way around. Draheim will pick it up. Ship that one up to Grant. Grant now has some speed coming. He's got Ethan Legal coming down through the slot. Carried it all the way around, drop it back behind the net for Legal. Legal will pick it up. Taken off of his stick down in the corner. Legal will throw a hit. Now picked up by Big 36 in the corner. Legal throws another hit from behind. Shot, fire, gets through, hits traffic before it gets on net. Meyer centers it, bouncing puck, and that'll kick out into the neutral zone. Telejohn works that out through the center. Juarez will pick it up. He'll get down to Meyer. Meyer will carry it down on the near wall, loses the handle. Fairmont. 16 will carry it down, poked off of his stick by Telejohn. He's got Schaffler coming down the center. That's touched up by Fairmont. Fairmont loses it in the circle, chips it up into the glass. Telejohn puts his brakes on, gets it over to Burns. Burns wraps that down into the half wall. Kicked out. Legal comes up on the near side, waiting for another defender to come off the bench as Telejohn was going off on the play. Von Bank chips that out in the neutral zone. Burns now has it. He'll put the Jets on. Cut. Oh, what are we doing? Schaffler now throws that up into the net, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. .729 left here in period one. Schaffler over to Evenson. Evenson makes a move around one. He'll fire, shoot, score! Ethan Evenson with the goal. Goes top shelf. Beats the goalie over his shoulder. glove side, I believe, and puts the Bulldogs up 1-0. Evenson with the goal. 1-0. Shots 13 rip. Von Bank over to Burns. Burns will carry it down. Back over to Evenson. Evenson fires. Rebound out front. Schaffler pounds on it. The goalie makes the save. Von Bank and Schaffler with the assists on Evenson's goal. Evenson pushes that rack back behind the net. Phelps puts it out into the circle. Legal throws a shoulder, now picked up by Fairmont. 36 will dump it down. Picked up by Evenson. And that'll be an icing call on the Bulldogs. First face-off down here. Ollie Grogan's street clothes on the bench tonight. Nursing an injury, looks like. Hopefully he'll be back for Saturday's contest. Nexa wraps that around. Picked up into the neutral zone. Tipped by Fairmont. Placido will give chase now. Puts the brakes on the goal line. Makes a move around one. Fires. High shot. Goalie makes a good save. Nexa backhands that down through the slot. And wrapped around by Fairmont. Intercepted by Phelps. Gage picks it up. Puck squirts out into the slot, and Fairmont will ice that one down. How you doing, bud? Good to see ya. What's new?
Another night, Jeff.
Another night. I love it.
I got 3 this week. So.
Yeah. That's all right. Telejohn with the puck. He fires, goes just wide of the net. Draheim picks it up on the half wall. He'll carry it down low. Looking for a pass out front, maybe. Draheim still has it. Works it back out to the point. Kicked over to Grant. Grant fires that one wide. Telejohn now has it. And pushed back out in the neutral zone. Draheim flips that down. That's tipped. And pushed back behind the net. Fairmont will pick it up. Get it up and back into the neutral zone. Draheim tried gloving that one. That one popped off of his hand. 15 pushes it down. Draheim works it up on the Bulldog half wall. Picked up by Legal. Legal centers over to Grant. Grant will carry it down. He'll fire a low shot. That one's tipped before it gets to the net. Telejohn dropped down low. Telejohn still down there battling. Now kicked out to Telejohn in the slot. Meyer has it. Meyer goes back behind him, back into the corner. Grant now has it. Meyer overshoots that one. Now Legal will pick it up. Tyler over to Burns. Burns tips. He'll give chase. Now Tyler has it. Looking for an outlet pass. He'll carry it around, wrap it around. Goalie will make the save and cover it with the glove. Puck pushed out to the point. Grog wraps that around, Juarez wraps that around. Now Von Bank loses the handle. Drops it back over to Burns. Burns back over to Von Bank. Now Burns gets it out to the point. Legal bouncing puck over to Juarez. Picked up by Schaffler on the near wall to Legal. Juarez fanned on that pass. 36 fanned on getting it out. Kept in now by Burns. Von Bank now picks it up. Or Schaffler, I'm sorry. Von Bank. Burns to Schaffler. Schaffler can't catch the bouncing puck. Couldn't get the trigger pulled. And we'll get an icing call. The Grod personal trainer reached out. Might be longer than until Saturday. Hopefully early next week, maybe we'll get them back. Pexa works the puck up into the slot. Now picked up by Schaffler. Schaffler will fire a shot. That goes back behind the net. Von Bank gets it over to Burns. Now out to the circle. Out to the point. Pexa to Burns. To Von Bank. Von Bank shoots. The goalie for Fairmont, very good. Gets in the right position, makes the saves. Doing what he's supposed to. Out to the point. Pexa down to Placido in the circle. He'll fire. Shoulder save. Gage put that through the slot. Phelps was tied up. Pexa now picks up the puck. Gets it over to Placido. Placido over to Phelps. Phelps back over to Placido. That hit some skates though. Now Pexa throws that down. Up on the half wall. Picked up by Schmidt. And out into the neutral zone. Pexa will corral it. And he gets tripped. Bulldogs are on the power play. Bulldogs will go on the power play with 2:21 left. Out shooting Fairmont 19-0. Puck pushed out to the blue line. Draheim to Meyer. Meyer to Grant. Back to Meyer. Meyer down to Phelps. Phelps fan on that one. Gets it now over to Schaffler. Now Phelps touch pass. Loses the handle. Now Schaffler over to Draheim. Draheim back to Schaffler outside his reach. Schaffler to Phelps. Centered it out front. Bouncing puck sitting there. Still in the circle and now wrapped down and iced by, cleared out of the zone by Fairmont. Draheim up to Phelps. Phelps will carry it down, drop it for Grant. Grant will fire that one high. Rides the dasher out to Draheim. Draheim over to Meyer. Meyer can't hold on to it. And thrown into the Fairmont bench. And that should be an offensive zone faceoff still. .116 left. 56 seconds left on the power play for the Bulldogs. Placido has it. Gives it over to Schmidt. Schmidt fires it, or I'm sorry, Placido fires it down. Gage down low. Gage battling. Goalie freezes it. Face-off control by the Bulldogs. Evan has it. Gets it over to Placido. Placido pushes it back behind the net. Over to Burns. Burns gets it down into the corner. Von Bank has it. Von Bank to Schmidt. Schmidt back to Placido. Placido out front. That one's point blank shot by Gage. Six seconds left in the power play for Fairmont. Bulldogs will have one more rush. Nope. 14 intercepts that outlet pass. Dumps it back down. 10 seconds left here in the period. Picked up by Gage. Gage will have one more rush. He'll fire a shot. That one goes high and wide. 5 seconds left. Burns will pick it up out in the neutral zone. We'll get it over to Schaffler, and that will be the end of period number 1. Bulldogs up 1-0. Shots 20-0. Goal by Evenson puts the Bulldogs up 1-0. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. Schaffler off, Tisch in, Draheim off, Smuter in, Pexa off. Fairmont controls face off. Tisch now gets control of it, takes it away, centers it out front, just outside of the reach of Burns. Von Bank down to Tisch. Tisch to Burns, intercepted. Fairmont now carries it down, bangs it off the side, goes all the way around, picked up by Legal. Burns tried to get that over to Von Bank. Now pushed over to Burns. Burns will dump that down. Von Bank will give chase. He'll pick it up behind the net. Drop it for Burns. Burns tried to get back to Von Bank. Now Burns will wrap it back down. Von Bank will pick it up. He's got Tisch in the circle. Now you got Burns on the near side. Gets it over to Burns. Burns over to Tisch in the slot. Over to Smuter. Back down to Burns. Burns to Smuter. Legal fires. Tipped out front by Tisch. Tisch back to Burns. Burns and Von Bank tossle over it. Now Fairmont player comes in. Von Bank and him are exchanging presences. Fairmont now carries down 19, gets the first shot on net. Thiago makes the glove save. 18 now, gets it poked off of his stick. And now Legal's going to have Burns with him. Poked off of his stick. Bulldogs will touch up. Now picked up by Evenson. Try to get that down to Gage. Gage now has it at center ice. Tries to get it deep, unsuccessful. Now Evenson calls for him to get it deep. Carries it down. Centers it out front to Schmidt. Shoots goal! Gage Schmidt with the goal. Puts the Bulldogs up 2-0. Assist to Evenson on that one. Bulldogs out shooting Fairmont 21-1. 12:59 left here in period 2. Fairmont bench has got, let's see, 2 full lines plus 1 extra. I think they shipped a couple off. Placido walks all the way down and scores. Puts the Bulldogs up 3-0. Goes top shelf on the goalie. Looks like the valve has been broken, and now we can start pouring them in, boys. Placido. Second goal. Second goal was by Gage, assisted by Evenson, and the third goal went unassisted. Placido with the goal. Bulldogs just pressuring Fairmont, not letting them even get out of the zone on this shit. Placido fires a shot. That's a blocker saved from traffic. Pushes it down to Phelps. 2 goals by this line, and they are playing great. Just Hound and Fairmont, not letting the Cardinals get it out of the zone. Now Grant jumps in. He comes in, applies the pressure. Fresh body. Grant over to Phelps. Phelps tried to center that one. He was behind the net, though. Telejohn holds his own. Makes a move around. Tipped. Legal still banging on it. Loose. Fairmont needs to clear it. They're just gas tired out there. Meyer now has it. Centers it. Nobody home. And now Juarez will pick it up. That'll allow Fairmont to change out 1. 2 of them are going to change out. And that one bounces into the player's box. Charlie got the home run ball. 11 minutes left here in period 2. Score 3-0. Meyer loves it, keeps it in, fires, gets caught in skates. He'll fire a low shot, comes all the way around. Juarez to Grant. Grant centers up in the slot, nobody there. Fire, shoots. Oh, and it just goes off the goalie's mask and walks the goal line, just wide of the net. Meyer now comes in and he'll go for a cross check. Meyer will go for a cross check in the corner. That'll put Fairmont on the power play. Burns, Phelps, Legal, Smooter out there. Smooter tried to wrap it all the way around. That caught one of the aluminum pieces between the glass. Phelps dumps that down. And that'll be icing on Fairmont. $10:05 left. Coaches wanting the Bulldogs to play even further up on the Fairmont zone. Face off, goes deep. Bulldogs force a turnover at the blue line. Kept in though by Fairmont. Smooter now pushes it deep. Legal, he'll dump that down. Fairmont chips that up, and that'll be an icing call on Fairmont. .59 seconds left in the penalty kill. Tish, Placido, Juarez, and Telejohn out there. Juarez drops to his knees and pushes it down in the corner. Tish picks it up, gets it over to Juarez. Juarez over to Telejohn. Telejohn fanned on that one, but a Fairmont skater lost an edge. Telejohn pokes it off a 40 stick. Now 36 has it. He tried to get it out into the neutral zone. Fans on that one. Now gets it over to 6. And Telejohn will push that one right back down. Tish, aggressive on the forecheck, drops way down. Held at the blue line now by Telejohn. Telejohn will fire. That one goes wide. Juarez puts that one into the slot. And it bounces out into the neutral zone. Pexa. I'm sorry, not Pexa. Placido pushes it down. And then it goes all the way down. Bulldogs full strength. Von Bank line out there. Placido out there. Puck pushed out into the circle and down. And that'll be an icing call on Fairmont. Shots 27-1. Von Bank, Burns, Tish, Evenson, Evan Schmidt. Evenson puts 18 down. Von Bank picks up the puck in the Bulldog zone. He's got a little steam, gets it over to Tish. Just outside of Tish's reach. Now Burns drops it over to Evenson. Evenson fires. That one goes just wide of the net. Evan holds down in the corner. Gets it over to Von Bank. Von Bank takes a hit now down in the corner. Kept in the zone by Evenson momentarily. Now pushed out by 19. 19 will chip it. Evenson to Tish. Up to Von Bank, up to Burns. Burns is going to have Von Bank. Gets it over to Von Bank. Fires, shoots. Oh, tried to go 5-hole. Goalie stuffed that one up. Schmidt holds it on the half wall. Gets it down to Burns. Burns misses that one. Bouncing puck. Now Meyer will drop down, pick up it. He's got it. Carries around. Centers it through. Schmidt to Burns. Burns to Von Bank. Von Bank's going to have, gets it back over to Burns. Burns to Schmidt. Schmidt back to Burns outside of his reach. Von Bank will pick it up. Gets that over to Burns. Burns back over to Von Bank. He's got Meyer out front. Now goes out to point. Von Bank to Burns. Back over to Von Bank. Tried to feed that over to Meyer. And then Four is going to come in and throw a late hit on Von Bank, and he'll go to the box for a rough. That'll put the Bulldogs on the power play. .6:31 left here. Shots 28-1. Puck goes out to Juarez. Over to Von Bank. Back to Juarez. Juarez fires. Rebound pops straight up. Burns comes in, shoots, scores. Burns on the assist by Juarez and maybe Von Bank. We'll find out here in a sec.
What number do you?
23. Burns cleans up the rebound, puts the Bulldogs up 4-0 with 6:20 left here in period 2. Couple more, and then we can get some running time going for period 3. That'll make Joe really happy. Face off, controlled by the Bulldogs. Ethan Legal pushes that down. Gets it over to Meyer. Meyer walks around. Nice. Pause. Then Grant fires it. Oh. Referee said the net was off. Or the net just came off the net on the left side here as Grant was putting in the rebound. Wide open net. Went in, but the official was right there to wave it off right away. The assist to number 11, Grant comes around, fires it in. Legal pushes that one in. Goalie makes the save. 5:41 left here in period 4. I don't know. They said that one went to Braden, but I'm pretty sure Camden found home that rebound. Joe, what do you think?
Yeah, Andy, thanks for letting me jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
A little biased being your kid, but I agree with you.
Well, you got to know whose biscuits to butter. Grant line out there still. Telejohn walks the slot and puts that into the goalie's chest. Hey, you had a mic. Did you bring one?
I just stole yours.
Oh, hey. Hi, Joe. Telejohn over to Evenson. Evenson dumps it down. Joe Kane just showed up, so he's going to join the broadcast for a little bit. He'll pop in here and there.
I've been here the whole time. I
You're
knew you could handle it by yourself.
rubbing elbows with everybody.
Yeah. Kissing babies.
Yep. Legal. Bulldogs are offside. Mitch having a little fun over there, letting them know that he's offsides. 5:07 left. Shots now 34-1. Evenson puts that about 1.5 miles in the air with the old lob wedge and hits the rafters, and so we'll get a neutral zone face-off. He's smiling. He knows he should have used his driver instead of the lob. You teaching that one?
Yep. 60 degree.
60, yeah. I figured you were more of a 56 guy, but all right. Placido on the half wall gets it over to Gage in the circle. Gage backhand. Goalie makes the glove save. First period, I thought went a little faster. We were definitely slowing down a little bit. A lot of stoppages.
They forget to turn the heat on today, or what?
They did this last week, too, against Mankato. It was pretty cold. That was the 4-iron launched out. Great distance control on that one, though.
Do you see the backspin on that? Just pulled it right back to the hole. And
stopped it right in front of the goal line. Puck pushed into the neutral zone. Gage Schmidt's line still out there. He dumps it down. Phelps will give chase. 20 picks it up.
Oh!
And Phelps is going to get a penalty here. And that'll put Fairmont on the power play. Phelps, 2 for interference.
Don't worry, I tracked that one so we can all look back and.
Killers will be Burns, Placido, Legal, Smooter.
Phelps is right now in the running the music. He had the penalty box too. He's like, I think he was a little excited to run the music today.
Coaches are asking for the Killers to play way up, more than normal. Smooter picks it up on the half wall. Now Burns works it out to the point, not quite out. Fairmont still has it, back check by Burns. Now puck loose in the feet of 19. Legal over there. Poke back pass behind him. Centered out. That'll be picked up and Burns by the blue paint. He'll chip that one up off the glass. Placido all alone back there. Gathers the puck. He'll pin it up against the wall. Still working back there. He's got Burns out front. Still working back there. Placido now gets it out to the point. Legal will have it. He'll put that one on net. Billy makes a block to save. Bouncing puck picked up by Placido. Gets it now out to Smooter. 19 will intercept that pass. Smooter on the back check. Picks it up nicely. And now 19 will carry it in.
Uh-oh.
Loses it at the blue
Big day.
line.
Could be a shot. Could be. Nope, he pulls back. Didn't want that second. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Thiago makes a big save. Smooter clears that out.
They just doubled their shots right there, Andy.
That's a win. We
I know
celebrate everything.
I know you struggled last time I was here with you. You struggled at math, but
Bulldogs clear that out. 36 will give chase. Tish coming. He doesn't see Tish coming. Tish now pokes it. 19 down there. Tish battling hard up against the wall. Comes away with the puck. He'll wrap that back down. Burns will give chase this time. Bulldogs full strike. Phelps gathers it. Gets it over to Juarez. Juarez over to Tish. Phelps. Tish down in the corner. Kicked out to Juarez. Juarez now has it. He'll dump that down. Tish. Drops it over to Burns. Burns over to Juarez. Juarez back to Burns. Burns has been out there for 2+. He's got to get off. Tish. Centers it out to Telejohn. Telejohn shoots. Oh, and then Phelps kicked it, though. Are they going to count it?
they counted it. Looked like Phelps kicked it in.
They're going to count it. That's that soccer foot coming in. Golden Spike, I think he won last year for TCU. That was about as clear as a kick as I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Bulldogs reset their lines. Grant line out there along with Evenson and Evan Schmidt. Ethan Legal makes a move around. Loses it in the circle, drops it back over to Grant. Grant now walks it through. He backhands it.
The assist to number 27, Justin Telejohn. And number 17, Riley Tish.
Kept in the line. Grant over to Legal.
Telejohn and Tish.
1:05 left here in period number 2. Shots 37-2. Bulldogs up 5-0.
There is 1 minute remaining.
Myers centers that into the circle. Picked up by Fairmont.
Oh.
Ethan Legal puts a big hit on 40. Bouncing puck comes up on the near wall. Grant steers that back down. Bouncing puck out to the blue line. Evenson's going to walk down. He'll shoot. Like to see that one on net. He's got a heck of a shot. Put that on net. More times than not, that'll pop in. Icing. 27 seconds left. Let's get one here with 27 so we can start third period running and we'll just keep this game over with.
I want them to turn the heat on. I mean, yeah.
Well, then we can go sit in our cars and enjoy the heat. Burns over to Smooter. Smooter fires, tipped out front. Oh, it went just right off the bomb. Burns Back over to Tish. Burns to Von Bank. Von Bank in the slot. Backhands it. 7 seconds left. Tish trying to make a move around, and the goalie freezes it with 2.1 left.
Well, some B.
I'm sorry?
Son of a B.
Uh-huh. Right off the face-off. Smoother. Kicked into the corner. Bulldogs up 5-0. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Bulldogs up 5-0.